And so they were able to build the they're going to be able to build the airport with about 75,000 million, whereas the proposed budget on the previous one, which was on Texcoco, was supposed to be, they budgeted 300,000, but normally they go about 3 times whatever they had said. And so it would have probably wound up costing more like $1 billion to build it. And not to mention that there was going to be the ongoing care of keeping the airport from sinking, because it was built on the middle of a lake that had 40 feet before, or I'm sorry, 40 meters before it would even get to solid ground. So it was sinking about a meter a year. Anyway, so there was money to be made in that whole thing too. So let's go ahead and listen to him explain a little bit about that.
Un poco más de 100,000 millones de pesos, de lo que nos iba a costar la construcción del aeropuerto en el lago de Texcoco. Entonces hoy es un día muy importante.
So it's going to save them about 120,000 or a little over 100,000 from what the original budget that they had requested for that airport, because they are using about 125,000 to pay off all the contractors, and then 75,000 to actually build 75,000 million to build the actual airport. So they're saving a lot of money.
Fue una muy buena decisión la que se tomó.
And he thinks that was a very good decision that they made. Anyway, the next topic was
Ternaran estos aeropuertos. Un asunto bastante complejo por los intereses creados.
He said that it was actually a very complex thing because of the created interests that were fighting him.
Afortunadamente, pues ya salimos.
But fortunately, they've come out of it.
Vamos a construir este nuevo aeropuerto. Tenemos el proyecto, lo va a construir el ejército.
And so the airport is actually going to be built by the military.
Y tenemos el dinero.
And they already have the budget or the money set aside for it.
Para hacerlo.
So they're going to be able to do it.
Ser deuda.
It won't incur a debt.
Público.
And it's from the budget that was publicized. So we're going to start it and we will not be stopped. And so we will finish it by 2021, 2022. Oh, and so a little later they're going to be receiving the president from Cuba. And he's going to be with us today. And this will be afternoon. So that's the agenda for today. Okay, so we're going to go on. So he's talking about having respect for foreign countries, the way they govern. Specifically referring to Cuba. So he says our Constitution contemplates in Article 89 is that
Cuba,
so that we don't get involved in the controversy. So we're going to be receiving the president from Cuba as a visitor.
es una visita importante.
And it is an important visit.
He tenido la dicha, la oportunidad de recibir otros mandatarios
And I have had the opportunity and the fortune to greet and meet other dignitaries
de otros países.
from other
Yo
countries.
tomé la decisión de no salir
And I made the decision not to leave the country.
del país, pero todos los que solicitan, piden venir a México y entrevistarse con nosotros son
So he says, I don't leave, but anybody who wants to come and meet, solicits a visit, they're welcome to come. And you know, that's because he works 7 days a week throughout the country. He has like 3 conferences a day usually. And he visits all the, well, because I think there's like 600 or so, or somewhere in the 500 to 600 provinces. And he visits them all throughout the year.
bien recibidos. Voy a tener otras visitas, vamos a
And he says, and I will be having other visitors also.
recibir a otros presidentes este año.
So he's going to be receiving other ones this year.
Un poco el tema y nos encontramos con que las políticas públicas para atención y prevención del maltrato infantil son prácticamente inexistentes y el tema del presupuesto, pues lejos de aumentar, está reduciendo. Preguntarle directamente, presidente, ¿la protección a la infancia es una prioridad en su administración? Y si lo es, ¿esto lo veremos reflejado en el presupuesto para 2020?
So she's asking if there's going to be more preventative measures for child abuse. And she wants to know if he's going to do anything about it and can they see, or what are they going to see being done about it?
Sí, va a destinarse mucho presupuesto.
Yes, we are setting aside quite a bit of the budget for that.
Yo les diría que los únicos privilegiados van a ser los niños,
So he's saying,
jóvenes,
I can tell you that the only privileged ones are going to be the youth and the children.
porque es a la población que más recursos se está destinando.
Because to that population is whom we've destined the most resources to.
También a las personas con discapacidad.
And also for the disabled people.
Presidente, revisando un poco el proyecto de presupuesto para 2020, nos encontramos que en el DIF, ¿no? Específicamente el área de protección y restitución de derechos de niñas y niños, pues tenemos una reducción presupuestal del 33%, que es el área específica que pues teóricamente tendría que atender lo relacionado con maltrato infantil, que insisto, está acabando con vidas, 2 niños menos, un niño menos cada 2 días. Y lo mismo en Cipina, vemos un aumento presupuestal tan solo de $1 millón. Entonces, ¿qué área se tiene que encargar de esto y cómo vamos a ver reforzado el presupuesto para que esto se traduzca en acciones?
Es que
So she says that they noticed a 30% decrease in the budget, and that she believes that it is directly affecting the child welfare sector, and she wants to know what area is going to be assigned to care for this sector now.
está cambiando ya la forma de presentación
Yes, he says we've changed the way we present things,
del presupuesto.
or that we present the budget.
Por eso, si se observa el presupuesto como venía aplicándose,
But if you observe how they used to apply the budget,
sí puede haber disminución. En el caso de secretarías o dependencias como el DIF,
but he said, so it comes to there's certain subsidiaries or sub companies like CEF, DEEF, and secretary type companies that are being decreased in order to change or adjust the budget.
Por ejemplo, va a tener formalmente en ese esquema menos presupuesto agricultura.
So he says, so let's say that in this new scheme, the agricultural budget will be decreased.
¿Sí? Porque la Secretaría de Bienestar maneja el programa Sembrando Vida.
Because now the Secretary of Well-being is handling the program that's saving lives.
Y tú estás, por ejemplo, ahora mencionando de que hay una disminución